Over recent years, we've received feedback and instructions from FIBA in relation to court mechanics in situations occurring in games that being handled by three-person officiating. However, some of this feedback has been incorrectly applied to games with only two-person, and the purpose of this video is to clarify some of those misconceptions that have arisen because of this. Clearly, some of the court mechanics involved in two-person and three-person are different for obvious reasons. In Victoria, the vast majority of our games at domestic competitions and representative and league levels are handled by two officials. We need to work hard to get the mechanics and positioning correct in these games. Following our comments about a range of instructions focusing on two-person mechanics, hopefully these instructions will help eliminate the various misconceptions that have arisen because of the attempted application of the three-person positioning to two-person games. The first area we're focusing on would be distance. Many referees have the tendency to think that being very close to the play helps them to make correct decisions. Importantly, referees need to have a proper distance from the play, keep a wide angle on the play, and try to be stationary when making a decision. By getting too close to the play, you can narrow your field of vision. You can also lose perspective, as all movements appear to look faster when they are too close. Hence, it's important to maintain a distance from the play, a consistent distance, around 3 to 6 metres depending on the situation. A wide angle means you're able to see more players in your field of vision. Referees should work to be on a 45-degree angle to the play so it opens up the field of vision and maximises your play coverage. Basically, this means having the key players in your vision along with extending this vision to include as many players as possible. Often referees that are engaged with the play are not conscious as to whether they are moving or not when the action starts. It is common sense that if we want to focus on something, it is best to do so while stationary. The eyes are not bouncing and concentration increases. However, stationary does not mean you are not required to move. It is important that a referee must move to be in the right position to see the gaps. This should be done as quickly as possible. The old adage of move to the position you need to be in to see what you need to see is still applicable. Movement really should entail move, stop, observe, decide. Referees are not required to move excessively, but just adjust to obtain the best position. Having obtained the right required position to make a decision, the referee should try to remain stationary. There has been a new focus on the way an official transitions from trail to lead. It is suggested that trail officials run in a straight line to the baseline, still observing the play. Upon reaching the baseline as the new lead, you should adopt a 45-degree open angle on the play and be prepared for the play coming towards you. This has been interpreted far too literally. The transition from trail to lead should always be a focus on remaining ahead of the play and to get to the baseline as quickly as possible. You should follow the shortest path to the lead position. That will normally be a straight line parallel to the sidelines, but of course this may not always happen. The new lead should always be prepared to stop and assist if the play slows and the trail needs help. The trail needs to always be behind the play, not ahead of the ball, so between the last player and the basket in the backcourt. There has been some confusion regarding the trail staying further back when the ball is in the front court. This is not to be treated literally in two-person officiating. The trail official will still be required to work in an area from the centre line down to the top of the three-point line extended. That is area 1, trying to get an open angle on the play. Penetration on a shot is still required by the trail official, or at least maintaining your position when the ball penetrates or a shot is taken. This can be as simple as taking a step towards the basket. You have a major responsibility to officiate the possible rebound situations. We are not requiring an official to step off on a specific foot when transitioning or changing direction in their lead or trail transitions. However, it is important that you are prepared to get to the baseline quickly and move in the trail correctly. There has been some mention of a cross step, which means rather than taking a step in the same direction as the player, the referee either maintains their position or in fact takes a step in the opposite direction to gain a better angle on the play. Remember, the most important movement is to get the best position to see the whole play. When calling a foul on the player, the official is no longer required to point to the offender. The referee must communicate in a clear, audible voice, explaining the call using clear signals. So when calling a foul, blow the whistle, verbalise who the foul is on and the type of foul. That is, the number and the colour and the type of foul. What the penalty is, whether it's 2 shots, 3 shots or side ball, while also clearly signalling the penalty. When calling most fouls, we want the referees to blow the whistle and give the foul signal and the penalty. So at the same time, you verbalise and identify the fouling player and the penalty. For example, foul on you, black 7, it's 2 shots. Foul on you, black 7, side ball. Foul on you, black 7, points count. With a contentious charge or block situation, it's best to be decisive and informative by including the type of foul. So you blow the whistle and give the foul signal. Then if it's a charge foul, indicate this with the charge foul signal, followed by the team control signal in the direction of the play that will be resuming and the side ball penalty. Or if it's a blocking foul, indicate this with the blocking foul signal, followed by the appropriate penalty. Or if it's an offensive blocking foul, for example on an illegal screen, indicate this with the blocking signal, followed by the team control signal in the direction of the play will be resumed, and the side ball penalty. While displaying signals, say the player, the colour, the number, and the type of foul, and the penalty. Okay, here are a couple of examples. Foul on white 6 for a charging foul, it's offensive, side ball. Foul on black 7 for a blocking foul, it's 2 shots. Foul on white 6 for a blocking foul, offensive, side ball. Don't rush your signals. There should be a short delay after you've blown your whistle to allow the players to realise what has happened and usually to turn and look at the official who has blown the whistle. Eye contact can be made and signals presented in a controlled, clear manner. A checklist for successful reporting to the scorer's table. Run to a spot where you have visual contact with the table. Stop in a balanced manner with both feet side by side on the floor. Develop a signal rhythm that is crisp and distinct. Identify the number, the type of foul, and the penalty, be it throw-in or side ball. The foul signal to the table must be the same as what really happened in the play. Use your voice to explain and support your reporting to the scorer's table. The inside or outside position of the referee has been the topic of some confusion. When in the lead, if the ball is to be brought in from the baseline along the inner areas of the baseline, that is from approximately halfway between the 3-point line and the lane line, the lead the active referee should be outside. That is, referee, ball, basket. When there is a throw-in at the outer areas of the baseline, from approximately halfway between the 3-point line and the lane line, then out to the corner, the lead referee should be inside. So that is basket, referee, ball. On most occasions, the lead will not need to come across into area 6, except when there is an overload, or that is, 2 or 3 more offensive players setting up in area 6, and there is a need to cover this play. The lead should always administer the throw-in from all positions in area 6 by bounce passing the ball, returning to an appropriate position to the left of the basket. To allow the lead referee to get a 45-degree angle on the baseline and maintain a good distance from the play, the administering referee is encouraged to designate the spot, pass or bounce past the ball to the player inbounding the ball. On all throw-ins administered by the lead referee on the baseline, the warning whistle shall be used. Also, the trail referee shall mirror the time-in signal. To assist you to make accurate foul decisions in one-on-one plays, remember to referee the defence. That is, to focus on the legality of the defender while keeping the offender in your field of vision. You must always work to get a position that allows you to clearly see the defensive player. It is expected referees will stay with the play until the end of the action. That is, keeping your eyes and attention on the play until it is ended. Referees need to concentrate. Mentally, focusing on the defender until the play has come to its end, e.g. the shooter has landed, or in a penetration when the defender has landed. Physically, do not start to move. Trail stepping backwards on the shot has the potential for the referee to mentally release the play before the ball has entered the basket or the defensive team has gained control of the rebound. There's been a slight shift in focus in terms of areas of responsibility for the lead and the trail officials. While we still use the areas 1 to 6, there is an expectation that the lead official has some lesser responsibility to cover a smaller part of area 6 than previously, as shown in the following diagram. In the event of a double whistle on a foul, the call should be made by the closer official. If they're equidistant from the foul, let the official that the play is coming towards make the call. The non-calling official should maintain the foul signal, but make no other indication as to the type of foul or penalty. As you are aware, there are many more areas of referee mechanics. We encourage referees to study and practice the FIBA mechanics as they are designed to assist you to make the correct decisions and to clearly communicate your decisions. Referee mechanics refers to the technical aspects of officiating, to routine movements of the referees, to the communication with the players and the school table, and to formal administration of the game. Mechanics are designed to help a referee perform to their maximum. They directly assist a referee to make and communicate the decisions clearly and accurately. Mechanics need to be regularly practiced and worked on. With officials attending a range of events, you will more than likely be exposed to variations to the mechanics used in games. This mechanics video aims to clarify what we in Victoria want our referees to use and our referees' coaches to coach. Hopefully this will allow us to be refereeing from the same page and generate consistency in all aspects of our mechanics. If there are any variations to these mechanics, they will be formally communicated by the Education Committee and the State Referees Panel Committee of the TOC. We wish you a very successful 2017 in whatever competition you participate in.